Hello YouTube, it is still August 8th and 8:12 p.m. It's Sunday. So I was just talking about the elderly woman, disabled woman who hit me up to try to get a Blu-ray player going for her, and I mentioned I had some crazy thing happen in the hood, so I think I want to finish up the hood story. So yeah, I saw her coming out of the corner of my eyes. I was driving off, and I probably should have just ended my vlog immediately and backed up and talked to her. But I don't know. I had a train of thought, and I didn't want to derail it, so I finished the video. Y'all saw that video in like 2 videos ago. And anyway, by the time I doubled back, I thought I saw her going down the sidewalk, like I just missed her. And she knows what my car looks like, so I totally expected her to stop, but she kind of kept going, and excuse me. Oh my gosh, cough. So I just, I parked in front of the storage, in front of Pack and Store. It's not called Pack and Store now, but I can't remember another name for it, because this name is, imagine if everybody you knew changed their name on the weekly. How hard would it be to remember people's names? I don't understand why places are allowed to have their names changed. It's just not right. So anyway, Pack and Store. It was Pack and Store. I pull into the front of there, and I get out, and I start walking, and she keeps moving in the wheelchair. I start walking towards the wheelchair, and for some reason she's going backwards, which seems super weird to me, but I see weirder things on the daily, so I didn't really think too much of it, didn't give that too much additional thought. And the closer I get to her, the faster she seems to be moving away from me, and I'm kind of, at this point, I'm like, I'm picking up, I'm walking a little more briskly, and I'm walking a little more briskly, and she's rolling away faster, and I'm to the point where I'm breaking into like a full-on run. I finally get close enough to get in earshot. Granted, she made some space, between me and her when I was in the process of parking my car and getting out of my car. And I'm jogging to, at this point, I'm up to a pretty brisk jog/run. I get to the point where I finally within earshot, and I'm like, and I'm just, kind of jokingly jovial. I'm like, hey, you gotta slow down. I'm over 50. I can't just run and catch up with you like that. And I couldn't entirely tell what she said, because she was wearing a mask. When you get a mask on, it's all like this. But I couldn't really make out what she said. Something along the lines of, not trying to let you catch me, or something like that. But I couldn't really make it out because of her mask, and the fact she was kind of facing the other direction, and like she kept turning, looking behind her, because she was rolling backwards in the wheelchair. And and I'm not giving that a whole lot of thought, to be honest. Why are you slowing down like that? 25 and a 55, dude, you suck. Oh, my bad, 45. Well, everybody drives 55 on this, except that guy. So, I'm just, at that point, I'm like, don't I have your Blu-ray player? Don't you want it back? And she's, at this point, she's like rolling backwards as fast as physically possible. And I'm thinking, I just scared the shit out of the wrong person in a wheelchair in the hood. And I probably look like a homeless person right now. My daughter gives me shit all the time for looking like a hobo. And I'm not trying to. It's something I kind of struggle with. And but yeah, I haven't really brushed out my hair because I can't seem to find my hairbrush. Cue up Veggie Tunes. Where is my hairbrush? But yeah, I did kind of at one point kind of pull it back and try to neatly put it in a ponytail, and I must not look too destitute, because I had that one guy come up to me asking for spare change. But at any rate, I definitely spooked the hell out of some random elderly handicapped person in the hood. Oh, I feel kind of bad about that. Although when I went back to get to my car, the manager stepped out. The manager of the storage facility formerly known as Pack and Store. I can't ever remember her damn name either, because I suck with names. But friend, which is the person I was looking for. It's like, hey, she was here looking for her. She was, she waved at you. I'm like, oh yeah, I saw her. I was kind of on a video call, which, I guess I kind of was on a video call. I'm vlogging on YouTube. I'm weird. Yeah. I told her I was on a video call. Wrapped it up, drove around the block. And then I explained, that I'm like, what had just transpired with the other person. And she's like, oh, yeah, I don't think that was her. That was, and then she said the other person's name, and I'm like, wow. I said, I just scared some random disabled person in the hood, and she just laughed. I'm like, if you see her, will you tell her I'm really sorry? That was not. Anyway, so she called her friend. Her friend rolled back, and anyway, like I said, I'm trying to handle her Blu-ray player. So, gosh, I want to explain how that went, because that was a little, I kind of had something I proposed, and that's not working out, and it was kind of problematic. At any rate, I am bringing her a working DVD player, because it's been at least a month and a half, and she's got all these movies she wants to watch, so I'm not leaving her without a Blu-ray player, or with it. Well, I didn't have a spare Blu-ray player, but I'm not leaving her without something to watch her DVDs, and I will explain the particulars of that as soon as I return.